labeling. As you see, I already cut a few out. I was actually making some cables, cables with, pedal on it. I'm using it for, because yesterday I started to do it differently. So it was always a lottery when I did that before. That means a lottery if I put a cable from the bottom to the top, the whole thing is pretty heavy. So, and with lottery I mean wherever the cable goes out, that I will use the correct cable. That's the thing. So the way I do that now is I have tons, really tons of cables. So I already did a couple of, because I presume it will be too boring without for you, or if you need to wait for that shit. So yeah, it's a morning in Austria and it's rainy, so perfect for making that video. So yesterday I did a couple of those. Kind of have a strategy to make it on. It doesn't need to be the prettiest, but it's nice if you can read it. It's not just nice, it's necessary to be able to read what pedal it is used for. So, and also I will then label all the batteries. Let's go on that. Just put one more strip, because it looks like it's going somewhere, and it shouldn't. And also the paper here is pretty flexible for that, so that is cool. For the 2 or 3, just have like 3 to go or something. And then we're gonna put it upside down, the pad board I mean, and then we cut out the labels. I might just cut them out first and then just put them on there. Cool. So as said, it doesn't need to be the prettiest of all. So need even more cables. So how was your day, or your night, or whatever time zone you're in? Let me know in the comments. Well, let other people know if they would read that. If nobody reads it, then just nobody reads it, but you're still doing it anyway. That's even the point with me doing all these crazy music and records here, because it's just doing it. That's the reason. So, because just needed some more cable. Yeah, just because you can either talk of stuff or do some stuff. In my case, I'm just a doer. So that's the bearing. Yeah. And then we gonna flip that upside down in a bit, and then just label also, as said, the batteries. That is very cool if that. Very cool if you have labeled the batteries, because then it's easy to find the correct thing. So. Also, it's sometimes it's a little bit of a weird thing with all the cabling with the pedals, because as I said before, that a lot of a lot of batteries just won't fit with batteries. That means sometimes just some pedal work together, and usually like the electro-harmonic stuff is pretty strange. I mean, it's fizzly. I think it's the right word, but it's like a very high-pitched sound if you use the wrong power supply. Okay, so this is a Behringer vibrato, and the way I set it up here, I need 2 angled cables. So yeah, so sometimes they just don't work together, and for example all the Strymons, even though they're the fucking best thing sound-wise in my opinion, and I had tons of pedals, I believe that the Strymons are sound-wise the best. Not all the pedals, but usually modulation pedals like the Flint is just... I think the Flint and the Boss V2, the vibrato, is probably... Oh yeah, the reason I cut out this one here is that I've just used the other label on the first battery yesterday, then decided to label the batteries. I'm fucking shaking with this scissor. The ricochet. And then there's one more for the clock. Yeah, I totally forgot the point from before. Oh, with the Strymon pedals is, I think, like the best sounding pedals. Yeah, the VB2 in my opinion is the Boss vibrato, but I think that the Behringer pretty much sounds the same, so there is not much of a difference here. And yeah, so I put the Behringer right now on it, and also I don't like rip-offs like the Behringer is usually. But in that case, it is just the way I set it up is I can flip it 90 degrees. No, I just like put it on there 90 degrees, the pedal. Like usually it sits like that, but I can sit it like that because all the connectors are on this side. So that matches them perfectly on the board that I need it for. So yeah. That's why I probably start to continue using it. Ah yeah, and I already had the VB2, which was probably the best sounding pedal I had, and I sold it just because I thought that the Strymon Ola would be a better solution, because you have a chorus with, and I never was a really big chorus guy, but yeah, you have that chorus then. I might just yeah, and I'm really thinking of putting the VB2 and the clock. Sorry, I was just thinking too loud. No, the clock hangs on there with the actual light. As you see, there's so much going on in my head with this board building. No, the clock is on the same thing with the smart light, because it will be always on. Okay, I was thinking of putting it to the TU3. That's the Boss tuner, because the Boss tuner also has an output, like a 9-volt DC output, and I believe it's isolated too, or just doesn't really matter. It's like you're not getting any extra noises from it.